Hello, boxing world, and welcome to another edition of Fantasy Bout Hour, the channel dedicated to bringing you fantasy matchups on a regular basis. If there's a particular matchup that you want me to cover, please leave it in the comment section, and I promise to honor your request. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell notification. The fight I'll be bringing to you in this video comes by way of request, and it is coming from Question Marks, another great one by Question Marks. I thank you for your request, and I thank you for participating in the channel. The fight that he mentioned is one that I've thought about myself. I made a post about it one time and got myself in trouble because sometimes people get offended when you compare old legends to new fighters. But the way I look at it, styles makes fights. And so I'm looking at all of the stylistic realities, and no disrespect intended. But nevertheless, the fight that Question Marks mentioned is Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker versus Vasyl Lomachenko. And I go back and forth on this fight, and I'm even going back and forth as I'm presenting the fight to you. So we'll just look at a few things. We'll look at the stylistic realities, and then we'll go from there. So help me out on this one if you would. Let's look at Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. Well, first off, let's look at the things that they have in common. They're both southpaws, both extremely unorthodox fighters. They have unique styles. They both have tremendous footwork, and that's that. So we know that Lomachenko, we call him the Matrix, because of the way he throws punches from different angles. He's a volume puncher. He'll swarm you. He's a pressure fighter. All of this while utilizing good footwork and lateral movement. So Lomachenko is hard to deal with in there. Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker, he's a slick counterpuncher. Has tremendous footwork. Steps to the side. Has a tremendous jab. Good body puncher. Just an all-around fighter. Great all-around fighter. So I think this fight comes down to who could execute their game plan. And so would Sweet Pea get overwhelmed by Lomachenko's pressure, or would Lomachenko get overzealous, not giving too much thought to defense, and get caught with something coming in? So let's do this. Let's look at their accomplishments, and let's look at their experience. And because you have to take those things into consideration. So, of course, we know that Sweet Pea, he's already had his career. He has the better names on his resume. He has more experience, and he's just an accomplished fighter. With Lomachenko, we see, he's up and coming still, as long as he's been fighting. His career hasn't ended yet, so I don't think we've seen his full potential. I'm not like these new fans who are obsessing about undefeated records and things of that nature. If you fight consistently and you fight good fighters all the time, a loss is inevitable. So we put too much stock into that. So, but we have to take the experience into consideration. I think it would be a decent fight. I don't see Sweet Pea just walking through him. This fight would take place at lightweight. I meant to say that. But one thing that Lomachenko has had trouble with is power punchers. That's why Salido beat him, and that's why Lopez beat him. I said in a previous video that Lomachenko normally throws punches and bunches, but when Lomachenko fought Teofimo Lopez, he was gun shy. He kept his hands home, didn't let his hands go, because he was leery of that power. He was definitely leery of that power with good reason. He fought a decent fight against Lopez. He gave the best performance he could give, but he just couldn't let his hands go the same way that you're accustomed to seeing him let his hands go. So, yeah, Sweet Pea had decent power. Sweet Pea had decent power. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is, would he run into that same power with Sweet Pea? And Sweet Pea's punches were accurate. So stylistically, this is a great matchup. Against two great southpaws, two slick southpaws, and just two unique southpaws. And I'm having trouble. I'm coming to a conclusion. But what I have to take into consideration is the experience of Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. So I'm going to give this fight to Sweet Pea. Just based on his experience, the level of opposition. And so those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next video.